Everyone, hope everything's going well. Okay, got the DM or a few messages regarding this, and it's all over Instagram. And it's regarding the KurtsCardCare situation. Once again, PSA has responded. And if you go to the PSA Instagram, PSA card, okay, take a look at that and see the message that was stated by the Maze Mantle individual. And he is Ryan Hodge, if I'm pronouncing his last name correctly. He is the collector and president of PSA Card. Okay, that's what his Instagram says. And his comment was quite interesting because they put the Wemby Black 1 of 1 card there, PSA 10 in air quotes. This is just wild, and I want to give my 2 cents on this. Lots of conversation about this card in recent days. I got to hold it and its cousin, meaning a card of a similar type, while they were both in-house. PSA stands by the original assessment, and our graders did not detect anything with the surface to deem it was altered. That said, I want to clarify, PSA does not approve of any chemicals or foreign substances being added to the surface of a card to improve the condition or appearance. If we detect that has happened to any card, we will consider it altered. There's a lot of things to digest here. First of all, I think this is just a corporate response. And ultimately, my interpretation, you may disagree, that's fine, is that they're going to look the other way when it comes to KurtsCardCare. Even though they say that PSA does not approve of any chemicals or foreign substance. KurtsCardCare is a foreign substance being added to the surface of a card to improve the condition or appearance. If they detect that has happened, we'll consider it altered. If you go back to the post of NorCal Sports Cards, he changed it. I took screenshots before and after where he said, thanks to PSA Card, okay, because they were there, they gave them the 10. And 2, if you look at it, he shouted out KurtsCardCare. And then what happened was, after all that pushback, he removed KurtsCardCare. So he doesn't think KurtsCardCare anymore. So one can basically deduce that they used it. That's the most likely case, okay? Unless NorCal Sports says otherwise. That's my assumption. 2, if you're looking at this, in my opinion, they've greenlighted KurtsCardCare. They don't want to deal with all of this. So they're just saying, hey, look, we're going to put out this corporate statement and pretty much we don't want to stop this. We don't want to hurt our bottom line. That's what they're saying. And I've noticed many times on the internet that there are people showing off their cards without blocking the cert number that they use KurtsCardCare. They buy a 9. That one dude, I think Plaza or Taxi, whatever his guy's name, his Instagram handle, he took like a Pokemon 9 card and he turned into Pokemon 10, PSA 10. It was a ridiculous amount of profit that he made. Like what? Over $15,000 card that he got by using KurtsCardCare. That's what he said. Is PSA cracking down on that? No, they're not cracking down on it. So when they say that PSA does not approve of any chemicals or foreign substances being added to the surface of a card to improve the condition or appearance, I don't believe a word he's saying. I don't believe a word that Nat Turner is saying. And in addition to this, here's the other reason why they wouldn't go after this Wembanyama card. It would be bad publicity for that. They want to make the most money possible. 2, they want to make sure they don't want to have negative press. I've noticed this with all these people in the hobby. It's, let's be positive, everybody. Let's be like Gary Vee and the great curator, right? and all those people, they want to be very, very positive and send that optimistic message. I've noticed when they've decertified Jordan autos, which actually Stories and Cardboard found out because he watched one of my videos about this one Jordan card that was sent to PWCC, and then he bought from PWCC, then he sent to PSA, and then it came as unauthentic, or it was a fake auto. Then PSA went on the back end and deactivated a lot of cards. No one talked about that. PSA did not talk about that. Stories and Cardboard had to do that research. They covered that up, basically, by not making that public. And over here, they want the most amount of positive attention out here, and they want to try to make people like me and others that are pushing back on this like crazy people. But ultimately, I'm not the crazy one here. I've been pushing back on this consistently for the past few years. And ultimately, the thing is, people may think that, hey, you're not being authentic in your own viewpoints. I am. Like, if you look at my personal life, like just even some of the foods that I eat, like I'll just look at almond milk or cream cheese or whatever, right? I make sure that, first of all, it's non-GMO, organic, and if it's not those, like for instance cream cheese, I make sure that it doesn't have certain chemicals like or hormones added to it, where the cows take certain hormones like RBGH and RBST. I make sure I don't take any milk products like that or any cheese products like that, because that is artificially screwing up the cow to produce more cheese, more milk, etc. All right, so there's other things besides that. You could talk about the Federal Reserve. I don't like the Federal Reserve printing all this monopoly money, distorting the value of our currency and creating these asset bubbles. The next asset bubble is in commercial real estate. So anyone pushing for the Federal Reserve, it's good for the stocks. Yeah, it's good for my stock portfolio, but in essence, it's going to create the worst recession in our lifetime with this commercial real estate bust and this banking crisis that is going to emerge from all of this. So I don't like anything artificial like that. So it's just not even, what is it called? Sports cards. It goes to a much deeper level than just KurtsCardCare. That's why I'm passionate about this. And ultimately, what PSA has done, like I said, they have greenlighted KurtsCardCare. And the last thing I want to leave you with is anyone that's advocating for this, okay, fine. What I'm telling you is if you use these products, and there's a lot of people that use it because I could see in the comment section, a lot of people are really peeved about this. You're artificially increasing the amount of higher grades. And when you artificially increase the amount of high grades, you're destroying the scarcity. Okay, you may make a quick buck here and there. Long run, what you're doing is you're creating an excess amount of supply. Look at all these cards in the 1990s. There's just way too much supply. That's what this product's going to do. I mean, throw away my concept of negative interest rates, positive interest rates, and all that. You're artificially increasing the amount of supply. When you do that, you lose the scarcity, and guess what? People are just going to try to find more and more ways to try to get an edge, just like in professional sports. A lot of people are using HGH, or a lot of people are using EPO to try to evade the system. Short run, they could get away with it. Long run, they're not. And ultimately, this is not a good precedent that PSA is setting, in my opinion. But I want to hear your opinion. Anyways, let me know what you think, and I'll talk to you later. See ya. Bye.